After tight races like 6-vote win by Miller Meeks in 2020, we asked campaigns if they're prepping for something similar happening this midterm election. Local 5's Larissa Leone joins us with more on what happens if any of these races end up in court, which does happen from time to time.
That's exactly right, Samantha. Anything is possible on election night, and that's exactly why we spoke to politicians as well as parties and a political analyst to kind of see what they do legally to prepare for tonight's election.
I'm sure that each side has teams of attorneys that are ready should there be any issues on election day or post-election issues in terms of counts.
Grant Woodard is a political attorney, and he says it's standard practice for campaigns to be legally prepared for all outcomes on election night. But he says overall the state has a good history of honest elections.
Last cycle there was one notable recount that did occur in a congressional race where the victor ended up being decided by 6 votes out of tens and tens and tens of thousands of votes cast. In Iowa, a lot of the decisions and methods are left up to the local county auditors, which have a very good reputation.
Woodard says a few law changes that were new this election cycle are putting past disputes at bay.
It used to be that your absentee ballot needed to be postmarked by a certain date and still be counted. Now it has to physically be in the election office on election day. That should settle a lot of past disputes, but we'll see.
Jeff Kaufman, chairman of the GOP, says the Republican Party isn't doing anything different than normal to prep legally.
We've always had a program where we have Republican attorneys that can be dispatched. They were actually dispatched during the Miller Meeks recount, so we are always prepared for that, no matter what the polls indicate.
We reached out to the Democratic Party on how they are prepping for recounts in tighter races, and they denied comment. As for if the Republican chairman is worried about tighter races, he says he's confident with Republicans up and down the ticket.
We're going to operate as if we're 20 points behind, but in reality, we're feeling cautiously optimistic right now.
Yeah, and there's still like 2 hours left for you voters to go out there and hit the polls. And remember, before you take off, to check the Secretary of State's site for redistricting, so you make sure you get to the right location that you need to be. Sending it back to the studio.